And now let's go to Lexington, Kentucky, to the home office of the
Oh,
one and only Patrick Kenney.
hey man.
What's up, brother? Look at that
What's
beard, man. You got the winter beard coming in.
Dude, I was gonna say I stopped shaving after Copy Chief Live just because I have such momentum. I feel like it's like I'm like Samson. If I shave it off, I'm gonna
Yeah,
lose all my
it's like
momentum.
your playoff beard.
Yeah, well, it's gonna come off
It's looking
soon.
good.
So just trying to keep up with you. So well, listen, this my best thing's it's a little weird. I debated whether I was gonna share this or not, but I felt given the season we're in, this was kind of a cool story. So it's kind of the best thing I realized in practice over the past 2 weeks was over giving.
Mm,
So I work with some guys that refer business to me, and they know me as the tech guy. So I'm, the tech guy that fixes marketing. But, going to the YouTube ad specialty, which we've talked about, I said, okay, tell me what's going on. Had some stuff come my way, and what's going on with this? What's the problem? And so let me back up. Two projects came down my way. Let me articulate this. Two projects came my way. They were not a fit. I was
mm.
like, I shouldn't take these. I'm not really doing that kind of stuff anymore. I shouldn't take them. And it was one of those things where you kind of get that feeling like, I really need to jump in and do this. I just need to help and not ask. And so I did. And I learned this from my grandfather, which was to just give. Like if somebody needs help and you can help them out.
Yeah.
And long story short, I rescued these two projects from pretty bad. It's an agency that it's a weird story. I struggle with sharing it. This agency took one company where they were negative. They were like $9,000 negative, like in
Mm.
debt. And I came in and I helped them with their funnel, and it turned into a really, really great opportunity for them to get out of the hole. They really thanked me for the work. I mean, it's like really hit me. You do some of that work where you're just like, man, that was really fulfilling work. So long story short, it turned into a big client for me. And going into 2020, they are going to give me a pretty big deal since I rescued them from that. I'll tell you more about that offline. And then the other client had their best Black Friday ever from the work that I did to fix their funnel, which I usually don't do that. And that turned into a significant project that they could afford to pay me for, which was my largest client signing ever
Wow. Very
in
nice.
5 years.
Man.
So going back to my best thing is give when it feels right, and you can give and you can deliver and you can do
Yeah.
what you say you're going to do, it'll turn into great things. So I know that's not the most polished best thing ever, but
No, it's
given the
great, dude.
theme of what people have said before with Angie and
Right.
Rebecca and Carrie, I wanted to share. That's still, I'm kind of unpacking that, but giving is getting.
Yeah, it's true, brother. And sometimes it's nice to celebrate the fact that you have developed the skill that could be an amazing gift to somebody, right? And look,
Yeah.
time isn't free, energy isn't free. You should and do get paid well for those things. But when the situation seems appropriate and you have the ability to step in and change somebody's world like you did in these two scenarios, it's not only a great thing to give, and in your case, immediately flipped into a prosperous scenario for you, but it's a great, what I call internal authority builder
Mm-hmm.
to go, man, you lay off in bed to head off to sleep that night and you go, I changed somebody's world today with a skill I developed. You know what I'm saying? That I didn't even have to leave the house to do that.
Yeah.
I mean,
No,
that's pretty cool.
it's great. I mean, I'll be honest, like I'm a bit sleep deprived because it's like the past 3.5 weeks has been crazy. Black Friday and Cyber Monday. And, I got a package in the mail from that first client, and they're not going to be able to afford to pay me for a long time. We're still digging out of a hole,
Yeah.
but they're such good people. And it's like, you find those accounts where maybe initially, you know, society would tell us like, no, you got to charge them $5,000 up front or $10,000 up front. But, you get that chemistry with somebody and you go, yeah, there's a long-term thing here. And I really felt for them. And they felt that, like, the emotion comes across on video, I'm sure now, because I think about it and it's just,
Right.
you get those, and I had no idea what it would lead to. And then it led to this other account which is like, oh, at first I was like, oh, geez, come on, guys. I mean, I know it's the charitable season, but I don't need like 6 charity accounts, right? But the
Yeah,
second one was the payoff. It's like, oh, wow, I did the same thing to them. My reward was this huge payoff for this account. It's just, man, it's such a blessing, when you can bless others with what you do, because
yeah,
you never know how that's going to come back to you,
that's
but it
right.
always will.
And I think we're all playing a long game here.
Yeah.
Freelancing is not a 1 year thing. This is it takes a while to really build momentum. And I'm telling you, man, once you have that skill and you can gift it to people in the right scenarios, I know that all comes. And you may never know how that circled back to you in a good way. You're just
Right.
building goodwill throughout your career. And next thing you look up, it's been 5 years, 10 years, and you have a great reputation, and you can't remember 2/3 of the things you did to help build that reputation, but you do what feels right, and it comes out, the way it should. So it's the boomerang effect, man. Put
Yeah,
out
man.
bad, you get bad back. You put out good, and good comes to you.
Yeah, man.
So,
Well, hey, I'll work on polishing my next best thing.
hey, brother, you're real. You don't have to,
I appreciate
polish is not my game.
it. Yeah.
All right, buddy. It's great seeing you. Have a good weekend, man.
Thanks, brother. You too.
Patrick Kenney, super sharp. By the way, if you haven't heard Copy Chief Radio this week, it's featuring Patrick and how to turn any sales page into a YouTube script in a single afternoon. That's one of the great lessons you'll learn on Copy Chief Radio, in stores now.